Please join me in welcoming Father James Heft.
Is Catholic education in a crisis? Yes and no. If you look at the numbers, it's bad news. Bad news. If you go to 1966, where the enrollment was at its peak, you had about 5.2 million students enrolled in high schools and grade schools. Presently, 2 million. Talk about a drop. Imagine producing a car, selling it at cost against the government's car that is produced, and they cover almost all the expenses. They give the car away. How would you even survive? The fact that we still have 2 million students and institutions is an amazing thing. I think it's amazing. Can we do better? I also think we could do better. High schools in the United States are divided among diocesan and religious order. This is a generalization. I think it was Mark Twain said, no generalization is worth a damn, including this one. And it's this. In general, those religious orders that have retained a degree of control and vision and have built endowments have high schools that are thriving pretty well. Those that do not, if dioceses don't take really creative steps and have strong leadership, not just in the superintendent's office, but especially because they're decentralized, or more decentralized in the Catholic system, at the level of the high school principal or president or whatever, it can be very tough. Most of the religious orders have boards of trustees with some real judicial authority. Most of the diocesan schools don't. No, it's best that Jesus did not write any books. Why? First, the more excellent the teacher, the less time spent writing. Shh, don't say that around the university. And he gives an instance of Socrates, who never wrote anything. He was a great teacher. Second, because of the excellence, I love this one, because of the excellence of what was taught, and therefore there was no way to capture it accurately, fully in words. And he refers to John's Gospel 21:25, where he says, all the books in the world. Remember that one? And then Thomas adds, this isn't a matter of shelf space. It's because of the depth of the teaching. That's why all the books in the world will never capture it. And then third, he says, if only books were passed on, his teaching would not require the active involvement and witness of others. So he taught his disciples directly, and they taught others. Paul VI said, what we really need are not just teachers, we need witnesses. Witnesses. For most kids, and for a lot of Americans, religion is morality. Do's and don'ts. The word religion is a very rich religio, relege, to reread, relexio. There's a number of different variations of it. But it's not just morality, it's also therapeutic. It makes me feel good. And it's deism in the sense that God is removed. But if you're in trouble, like exam time, you can always call him, like a cosmic butler, to come in and fix something. So God wants you to be nice. God will let you go to heaven. And the language comes down to this. Most young people can't stand, not all, but most young people can't stand somebody that's in your face about Jesus.